And salutations everybody, welcome back to another anime review. We are back and we are going back down memory lane into some animes I have been checking out that I remember watching way back in my youth, back in the day. And today we are going to be doing a whole series review of Full Metal Panic Fumoffu, which is of course kind of the outlier in Full Metal Panic, I get saga, story, arc type of deal. So this series is very much standalone, very much not have anything to do with anything, and honestly being a straight up comedy, which is a little odd, especially when you watch the full regular series of Full Metal Panic, which is much more the mecha conspiracy-ish type of show. Which is, by the way, good. Go check it all out. All of it is available over on Funimation at least. And Fumoffu is as well. And honestly, it's been a long time. Last time I watched Fumoffu was probably like 2005-ish, 2004-ish. Like roughly in the time period when it came out, at least in the States. And now, going back to it so many years later, I really worry it was not going to hold up, since it is a comedy, and we all know how comedies can be very hit or miss, especially as they get older and older. And honestly, I gotta say, Fumoffu 100% still holds up. Don't get me wrong, there's one or two episodes that are a little like dragging in some ways, but for the most part, the whole series holds up great. So, for anyone that's not aware of Full Metal Panic or Fumoffu, of course, the story of this is, of course, a main character, Sousuke Sagara, a special force kind of, I don't want to say dumb, but pretty much a character that have only known the battlefield his whole life. So he don't exactly understand how people works or how situations work outside of a war zone. It pretty much his dick. So he comes across very much as the dumb meet with like the Great Lakes paranoia character, and him being thrown into a whole bunch of situations that he is not mentally able to comprehend or deal with. And most of the comedic come from that, of course, with him being stuck in a high school undercover as a student to protect another student, Chidori, who in the main series, she have a way more important role of why he protecting her. In this, it's not blamed by any means. It's just literally like, yeah, he just there, he protecting her. You gotta know what up. Since in some way the anime do want you to have the knowledge of Full Metal Panic beforehand, especially understanding how some the character, I get how certain moment character will actually make fun of how them character was in Full Metal Panic. But with that being said, if it is more so on the line of if you watch the original series, you're going to get more out of this. But with that being said, it don't go over the line of not making enough sense where you can kind of gathering what it was and what happening. So it actually walked that line fairly good as far being very much along the lines of let's talk about the original series, make fun of the original series without actually full on going into that to the point of needing to watch the original series. It helps, but not needed. But the rest of the series here, it pretty much made up into two types of episodes. We have our vignettes, which is usually broken into two separate little storylines, roughly like 15-ish minutes apiece, of going over this and subject. And then you have about 3-ish episodes that literally the whole episode is one storyline. And every episode is very much its own thing, outside of one or two little callbacks that happen near the end of the series. The shenanigans we get into is making fun of movie tropes, anime tropes, making fun of the characters themselves as tropes, and getting into some very odd and interesting, like, I get shenanigans with random episode taking place of a guy dressed up as a whore trying to molest women by giving them ponytails only, right along with dealing with the mafia, dealing with how to get the interest of ladies interested in you, right along to dealing with the whole, like, what is like wanting a food stand. And it really is all over the place. Some of the situation, honestly, might not translate too well to present day elite politics scandals. But if you can just put all that to the side and just set back, this is a series you can 100% just enjoy and honestly just lap at the absurdity of it all. With, of course, like I said, Sergeant Sagara being the very much straight freight, not knowing what happening character, right along with Chidori being the much more character along the lines of like too old for this shit type of character, right along with trying to keep Sake in line and not do anything crazy, since he have a bad habit of jumping to conclusion to the point of pretty much having guns, missiles, toxic devices, and all sorts of random military shenanigans all over the place. And usually the school don't always stay in one piece because of that. And most of the issues usually come from him screwing up at something. With all that being said, it like, if you are in the otaku field now, then doesn't matter. New old, if you wobbly understand the tropes of a lot of Japanese anime, movie, and manga, this is something you're gonna truly enjoy. Since, like I said, it literally touched on every stereotype under the sun for anime at the time, from the hot plane episode all the way to the beach, right along to like fighting for clubs, and then you have, of course, your sport anime, your Yakuza movies. You have it all. And in return, all this is literally just fun. The whole series is just fun from beginning to end. It's very short with only 12 episodes total. So you can get through this in roughly at 4-ish hours, give or take. And I highly recommend, if you do watch it, watch after the credit for the next episode summary, since a lot of them are also jokes on top of jokes of whatever the genre they get away to make fun of in the next episode. And overall, it's just like a good time. Like I said, like, you might want to watch the original series beforehand, but you don't have to. Especially since the original series was a full, I believe, 24 or 25 episode anime. And honestly, only maybe 1 or 2 episodes might need to be watched just to understand certain character motivations and what they are being made fun of at for, like taking the characters and turning them on their heads. So overall, Full Metal Panic Fumoffu holds up. 1 or 2 episodes might drag a little bit, and some of the jokes might be very much a time and a plate type of deal. But with that being said, the jokes are not like exactly tied to a time period, so all the jokes still holds up. You just might have to let a few things slide here and there, I guess. But overall, I recommend it. Go watch this. It is available right now over on Vorb and Funimation. If you don't have a free trial, I recommend getting one just to watch this. Like I say, you can watch this on like a day if you have it, 1 to 2 days. And watch your time, 100%. And if you do end up enjoying it, just a heads up going into the other series, Full Metal Panic, Second Raid, and I think Victory Mission, I think was the name of the third season. Just know that this is 100% outlier. The whole series is a comedy. Well, the main series, Full Metal Panic, not so much. Think of it more of light comedy with mecha thriller type of deal. So just a heads up on that. But yeah, Full Metal Panic Fumoffu is worth your time. Go watch it, guys. I fully 100% recommend this.